Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today will be our fourth and final maths class. So today the topic we'll be talking about is chapter 4, permutation and combination, and also chapter 5, all those binomial distribution, standard normal distribution, everything lah. Okay, so in this chapter, permutation and combination, basically what they want us to find is the number of possibilities or ways lah of the outcome. Okay, number of ways. Okay, so permutation and combination both are similar but have also each of their own differences. So we will start with permutation first. Okay, we'll start with permutation first. All right. So in terms of permutation, basically it means that means the arrangement matters. Okay, which one comes in front first and which one at the back, the arrangement will matter. That is called permutation. Okay, so you already learned in your mock maths when you want to get a possibility. Okay, this is like a tree map like that, so shouldn't a tree diagram, so shouldn't be too new to you. So if let's say my first possibility I choose roti canai and second I choose curry gravy, so the possibility the how to say, like the probability of getting these two is the roti canai times the curry gravy. Okay, and then this is the first outcome, then you plus the second outcome, plus third, plus fourth, plus fifth. Okay, I'm sure you all understand now. Okay, so three types of roti canai times two types of gravy, so there are 6 ways to choose a breakfast set. Okay, and then if there are another 4 types of drink, you times again, you get 24 ways to choose a breakfast set. Okay, so example 1, determine the number of ways to toss a dice and a piece of coin simultaneously. So dice, you have 6 surfaces, that means you have 6 outcome. Okay, coin, you only have head and tail, so it's 2, so 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, find the number of ways a person can get 4-digit code to access a cell phone in digits can be repeated. Okay, so single digit, we have 10 digits total. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when it's 4-digit, that means, okay, look at the whiteboard. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Here got 10 possibility. Here got 10 possibility. Here got 10 possibility. Here got 10 possibility. So you just times each lah. So you will get 10,000 ways to guess the digit code, the 4-digit code. Can you understand? This is for cannot be repeated. Can be repeated. If cannot be repeated, okay, if 4 digits but cannot be repeated, the first one will be 10, and then since here already will be used like 1 digit, so here you remain 9, here remain 8, here remain 7, and then you times that. This is for cannot be repeated. Can you understand? This is permutation. So you see the arrangement matters in front here. The arrangement in front here matters because this one in front will affect the one behind. Okay. Now you look at basically the formula. Okay. So for the first block, there are 4 ways to fill in the okay. So in general, okay, this is the formula. Okay. So for the number of permutation, now here you have 4 spaces. Okay, you have 4 spaces. So your number of permutation, we will put 4 exclamation mark. Okay, 4 exclamation mark basically means from 4 all the way to 1. Okay, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So there are 4 factorial ways. This exclamation mark is called factorial. Okay, so if there are 4 places, that means there are 4 factorial ways, which is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, so you look at example 2. How do we simplify the factorial? This one 11, you just expand it until 9 factorial, and then you remove the factorial, so you get 11 times 10 is 110 lah. Okay, 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial times 2 factorial, expand it. Okay, remove the factorial, and then 6 times 5, 30 divide 2 is 15. You find a number of ways to arrange all the letters from the word bijak when repetition of letters is not allowed. So you cannot repeat. That means you only have 5 spaces lah. Okay, 5 ways. Okay, you have 5 spaces, so 5 ways. Okay, so 5 factorial will be 120 because 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, this is factorial. Okay, so basically you already have a lot of formula for permutation. Okay, just now the first formula is n. The first formula is n factorial. Okay. Now the second one is when it is arranged in a circle. Okay. When it is arranged in a circle, when you arrange it, you look at the example here. When you arrange I to A to P, it's the same thing as you arrange P, I, A, P, I, because the arrangement is the same thing. After A is always P, after P is always I, after I is always A. And this is the first possibility. Okay. The second possibility is AIP. You understand? So the formula for in terms of the circle is n minus 1, okay, outside bracket factorial. Can you understand? This is for circle. Because you see, just now, let's say I want to arrange RP, okay? RP is linear form. You can arrange like RP, what else? Okay, you can maybe pi, maybe you have PR, you have IAP, IPA. Okay, you have 6 possibilities if arranging in linear form. But when you change it into a circle, you look at the textbook like that, all of it, if it's arranged in this way, is still going to be the same thing because it's a circle. It's continuing, continuing, continuing. Then it's continue, continue, continue. You understand? That's why arranged in a circle, this is one possibility. This is the second. Okay, so n minus 1 factorial. Yeah, the arrangement, because in circle when you can also arrange it 6 ways, but then in the end you only get, actually there's only 2 differences. Okay, because you see this 1, 2 and 3 is the same thing. 1, 2 and 3 is the same thing. Basically you try lah. Okay, here got 3, right? You try 3 factorial. 3 factorial, you get 6. Okay, how about this? This is 3 minus 1 factorial, which is 2 factorial. You only get 2, right? When you type in the calculator, it's the same thing lah. So this is the formula for circle. Permutation circle. Okay. So example 4, determine the number of ways to arrange 6 pupils to sit at a round table. So you see round, which is circle. So that means you're going to use this n minus 1 factorial formula lah. So 6 minus 1 factorial, 5 factorial is 120. Okay, but there is also another formula, okay, which is n minus 1 factorial. You have to divide 2. Why? You look at example 5. 5 the number of ways to assemble 12 bits of different colors to form a toy necklace. Okay, so when you arrange it in a circle, it is also found that clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangement is the same. So that's why 12 minus 1 factorial, 11 factorial divide 2, you have to divide 2 because clockwise and anti-clockwise is the same. Okay, so this, okay, the first one is for linear, this is for circle. This one only applies for circle, for circle in terms of the how to spell it? Is it the ref? I think it's like ref, necklace. One more I forget already. But in terms of necklace and reef. Okay. In terms of necklace and reef, you will use divide 2 because the clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangement is the same. Can you understand? So as long as you see circle, okay, as long as you see circle and it's about necklace and reef, you have to divide 2 because clockwise and anti-clockwise is the same. Okay. All right. So determining the number of permutation of n different objects. Okay, so this one is they give you how to say, like there are 4 spaces and also 4 objects. Okay, that means it's perfect lah. Okay, but now is they give you a lot of objects but there are limited spaces. Can you understand? For example, here you have 7 objects but you only have 4 spaces. Okay, so this is where, this is where the fourth formula, which is NPR comes in. In your calculator also you can find it lah, NPR. Okay, NPR means there will be limited okay, NPR, the formula is also equals to n prime over n minus r, not n prime, sorry, n factorial over n minus r factorial, okay? And this is for limited spaces. Can you understand? This is NPR. So, for example, you look at this. You have 7 objects, okay? Okay, you have 7 alphabets, but you only have 4 spaces, okay? So, the first space, you have 7 possibilities, 6, 5, 4. So, your formula, you can use 7P4, okay? 7P4, you will find there are 840 ways to arrange the letters. Okay, can you understand this? NPR means there's a limited spaces lah. Okay, you have 7 objects but you only have 4 spaces. Okay, you'll be using a lot of NPR. Small at the bottom right, yeah, because small is the spaces limited spaces, the R. Okay, so for example, you look, without using a calculator, find the value of 6P4. That means 6 object but only 4 spaces. So 6 prime over 6 minus 4, which is 2. Why I keep saying prime? Sorry, 6 factorial over 6 minus 4 factorial. So you get 360 ways. Okay. 8 committee members form a society and nominated to the contest for the post. Okay, 8 members, but you only have 3 posts, which is president, vice president, and secretary. So 8P3, you get 336. Okay, 336 ways. Okay, what is this? Okay, when it comes to a circle, again, repeating the formula on top, NPR, when it comes to the circle, you have to divide by R. Okay, you have to divide by the spaces. Okay, you have to divide by the spaces. That means, let's say here you already have 4 spaces and that is arranged in a circle, so you have to divide 4 again lah. Can you understand? So, for example, you see just now this one, Betua over here is 7P4. Then if you arrange in a circle, you have to divide 4 again lah. Nadia bought 12 beads of different colors, okay? Intends to make a bracelet. Okay, you see, bracelet. Okay, so actually here can add on bracelet. When you see necklace, bracelet, or wreath, that means you have to divide the 2, okay? You have to divide 2 because anti-clockwise and clockwise is the same. Okay, so 12 bits but only 8 spaces, only 8 bits. So 12P8 divided by, remember, you have to divide the R, which is 8 because this is circle, and then you also must have the 2 because it is clockwise and anti-clockwise is the same. 2 times 8 is 16. Can you understand? Can you understand this example? You divide 8 because it's a circle. You divide 2 because anti-clockwise and clockwise is the same. Okay, so that is for permutation. Determine a number of permutation for n objects involving identical objects. Now, when you have identical objects, you have to divide the factorial. Okay, we look at the example, it's easier to see. Okay, so okay, symbiosis, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 letters. But if you notice, as there are 3 S's, there are 3 I's. Okay, so you have to divide 3 factorial and also another 3 factorial. You have to divide the identical object punya factorial because those are the same ways. Okay, if I arrange one I in front, if I arrange the other I in front, it's still the same. That's why you have to divide. So your 6th formula is n factorial over a factorial, b factorial, c factorial. This is for identical objects lah. Okay, identical objects for symbiosis. Okay, hopefully you understand, yeah. Okay, now we have to solve the problems. Alright, so you have 4 circles and 3 triangles. Okay, look at this condition. First possibility, if each circle and triangle must be arranged alternatively, so there are 4 factorials to arrange 4 circles. Okay, because circles you have 4 spaces. Okay, triangle 3 factorial because there are 3 spaces. So the ways is 4 factorial times 3 factorial, you get 144. Okay? This is very easy. This is just the circle has 4 spaces, triangle has 3 spaces. Alright? So 144 ways. Now, you look at possibility 2. Circles are always together. When circles are always together, so, how do I say this? Okay, you look at the big general scope first. There are like 4 groups like that, 4 spaces, right? 1 space for the triangle, 1 big space for all the circles, 1 space for this triangle, 1 space for this triangle. So you have 4 factorials, okay? And then you times another 4 factorial is within this group, the circles can switch between each other as well. Okay, the circles can switch it between each other as well. That's why this is also 4 factorial inside. So 4 factorial times 3 times 4 factorial is 576. Fine. What if I ask you circle can separate but triangle must be within one group, must be together. So what factorial times what factorial? Type in the chat box. If triangle all together. Why 3 and 4? Triangle all together. Which one times which one? What factorial times what factorial? Okay, I write here better. So just now you see, this triangle is the first space. This circle, everything is the second space. This is the third space. This is the fourth space. So 4 factorial is the spaces times inside here got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here got 4. So 4 factorial again. Now, if circle, circle, triangle, all 3 triangle in one group. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 spaces. Okay, and then inside here you have 3 triangles. So what factorial times what factorial? Can you understand? If the triangles are together and the circles separate. 5 factorial times 3 factorial, yes, well done, because you have 5 groups, 5 spaces, and then times 3 factorial because the triangle can switch in between each other in the same group. That's why it's 5 factorial times 3 factorial. Can repeat which one? The entire thing or this one? This is the possibilities of way to arrange for everything. Okay, so I repeat again. This first one, okay, you have 3 triangles and you have 4 circles. Now, the 4 circles, the condition now is the 4 circles must be in together, cannot separate, so it's in one group. You assume they are in one spaces. So the group is 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the triangle you can randomly arrange, but the circle all must be together. So you have 4 groups, okay, 4 factorial. Times inside the group, there are again 4 objects inside the group that can switch between each other. Okay, maybe this circle can go here, this circle go here, blah, blah, blah. So you have 4 factorial again. That's why 4 factorial times 4 factorial is the number of ways to arrange all these together. Okay, to arrange 3 triangles and the 1 circle group together. Understand? So that means you have 576 ways to arrange all of this, okay, to fulfill this condition. Now, I change the condition. I change become opposite. Circle can separate, tapi triangle mesti bersama. Triangle must all become together in one group. So, first of all, again the same thing. Find the number of groups first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triangle must be together, is one group. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5 groups. Okay? Yes. And then inside this group, the triangle, there are 3 triangles, they can switch between each other. They can switch between each other, so there are also 3 factorial. So 5 factorial times 3 factorial. Can you understand? Okay, good. Now let's just do one more very fast example. I think should be easy. Okay, let's say I have okay, let me do triangle, 2 circle, triangle, 2 square, and another triangle. So how many ways are there to arrange? The condition is circle together, square together, triangle randomly arranged. Actually, if you get the concept, it's actually very easy. 5 times 2. Okay, group you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. 5 factorial is good already. And then times the next one is what? 2 factorial. Okay, because triangle, circle you have 2. So 2 factorial. That's all. Are you sure that's all? Yes, times another 2 factorial for the square. The square also, they can interchange between each other. So 5 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial. Okay, for this, the number of ways to arrange this to fulfill the condition. Okay, can Very good, well done. Okay, so we look at another condition over here. Now they say if circles and triangles have to be arranged in their respective groups. Okay, so you see, if they have to arrange in respective groups, that means okay, let me draw out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 circle, 1 group, triangle, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you have 1 group, you have 2 groups, so 2 factorial times, inside here got 4 times 4 factorial times 1, 2, 3, 3 times 3 factorial. Because 4 factorial is the circles can switch between each other. 3 factorial is the triangles can switch between each other. And then 1 and 2 is they can switch between each other. Maybe the circle go back, the triangle come in front. Can you understand? There are 2 big groups. So you see the concept is there lah. As long you start with the group number of spaces or groups first, then you only times among each of them. Okay, they can interchange between each other. Can you understand? Example 10. Find the number of ways to form 4-digit odd numbers from the digits 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so now when you are given this this kind of question, so you can steadily sketch out lah. Okay, you want 4 digits, you want odd number. So the last one, okay, the last one you can only put 1, 3, 5, or 9. So you already have 4 ways over here. Okay, 4 factorial. Okay, so you have 4 ways over here. Now, how do I say? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, do you have 7? You have 7 numbers, but you only have 4 spaces, limited only to 4 spaces. So after 7 digits, you take out 1 digit to put in this space. Okay, you have 4 possibilities here, but only 1 space. So this is 4P1. Okay, now after I take out 1 digit, you have 6 digits left for all of these. And then you have 3 spaces, so 6P3. Okay, so 6P3 times 4P1 equals to 480. If let's say there's no condition for odd digit, you can just simply put 7P4. Okay, but because now you have the condition of odd digit, so you have to settle this one first, which is 4P1 and then only 6P3 in front. Okay, now you look at example 11. Numbers of ways to arrange 5 employees A, B, C, D, and E from a company and round table if A and B must be seated together. Okay, so A and B must be seated together. They are one group. Okay, one group, and then you have C, D, E. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You total have 4. Okay, you total you have 4 objects. Okay, and then remember, because it's a circle, you have to minus 1, then only factorial. So 3 factorial is 6 ways. Okay, so you have this 4 minus 1 factorial already, and then with A and B, each other also can switch, so times 2 factorial. Okay, so you have 3 factorial times 2 factorial. Okay, so you get 12. Okay, Hopefully you understand, yeah? Basically, just relating to all your factorial need. You don't divide 2 because this is for table. You don't divide 2 because divide 2 is only for anti-clockwise and clockwise same, which is for ref, necklace, bracelet. Okay, these 3 only. Table is normal circle, no need to divide 2. Okay, because the anti-clockwise and clockwise is not the same. Okay, now look at 12. Okay, find the number of possible ways to arrange all the letters in the word swasana if the vowels are always together. Good. Okay, now vowels are together. How many vowels? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they arrange for you already. 4. So how many big groups are there? There are 4 spaces lah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what is the number of ways to arrange this? Okay, so the big groups is 4 factorial. Okay, but remember you have identical objects, you have 2s, so you have to divide 2 factorial times between it in the big circle there is the vowels can exchange between each other, so there are 4 vowels, 4 factorial, but there are 3 identical objects which is a, so divide 3 factorial. Can you understand this example? Okay, always start with a group first. You have 4 group, but you have 2 identical object, 2s, okay? And then inside the big circle, you have 4 objects, but 3 identical A, so divide 3 factorial. Okay? So in the end, you have 48 ways to reach. Why is it 4, not 7? No, because you see now you already have 4 groups, you have 7 letters, but now you already group all the vowels together. So remember, like the triangle and circle just now, you group everything together. This is one group. Okay, this is one. This S is the second group. This is third. This is fourth. So you have 4 factorial, but you have to divide 2 because identical object. Yeah, normally it's a little, not to say complicated also lah. Okay lah, okay. If you understand the concept, then it's like that. If it's not identical, no. If they give the condition already, okay. Okay. If they don't give condition, let's say they just ask you to find how many ways to arrange the word swasana, then yes, 7 factorial because there are 7 alphabet. But now they give condition, you must group the vowels together. So semua vowel is one group. Okay? Vowels one group. Macam sini lah. Macam sini. Okay? Vowels one group. And then you have, let's say there's no identical lah. Okay? Let's say all of these no identical. Then, okay, you know what? Let me write down. Let's assume there's no identical. For example, okay, A, E, I, O, one group. Okay, and then you have B, C, D. Okay, B, C, D. So you have 7 objects, 7 letters, but now you have to group all the vowels together. So this is the first group, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. So 4 factorial. This is no identical. And then inside here, you have 4 objects which can interchange between each other. So 4 factorial again. Can you understand? Yeah, times another 4 factorial. Remember, it's not 4 only, 4 factorial. Because 4 and 4 factorial is different. 4 is 4. 4 factorial is 4 times 3, which is 12, times 2, which is 24. Okay? So 4 factorial is the number of ways. Okay? So hopefully you understand. If there's identical, then look at this 6 formula. You have to divide A factorial, B factorial, C factorial. Okay? Okay, combination is easier because combination you don't have to care about arrangement already. Okay, combination will be easier. Okay, that's all for permutation. Permutation means that the arrangement matters, but for combination, the arrangement does not matter. For example, permutation, let's say you have Ali. I don't want I don't want to write so long name later, a lot of possibility. Let's say you have A for Ali, okay, S for Siti, and then maybe Mutu is M, okay? So you have A as M. You want to arrange them. If you use permutation, that means arrangement matters. So you have 6 possibility lah, okay? You have A, M, S. You have M, S, A, M, A, S, okay? You have SAM, SMA. You have 6 possibility for permutation. 6 for permutation. But for combination, the arrangement does not matter. So in this case, combination, you only have one combination because all the 3 of them is together in one group. So it's the same. Okay? So you look at this tree diagram again. If it's using permutation, you have 6. You have 6 possibility. But if you are using combination, arrangement does not matter. Look, Akif and Wong is the same as Wong and Akif. Okay, look here, same as Wong and Akif. Akif, Shelby, if Shelby goes in front of Akif, is the same. Wong and Shelby, Shelby and Wong is the same. So you only have 3 possibilities out of combination. Can you understand? So I say combination is actually easier. We don't use 3 factorial because 3 factorial is already, the factorial is already permutation. Okay, and then 3C1 also no, because you don't have limited spaces. Now later we look at the formula. Okay, later we look at the formula. But factorial is already permutation. Okay, because you see, if 3 factorial is 3 times 2 already, which is 6. Okay, so this is called combination. General formula for combination NCR is NPR over R factorial. Your first formula, very easy only, you jump straight to NCR, okay, equals to NPR over R factorial. Okay. So, example 14, martial arts team of SMK Sri Baru consists of 8 pupils. 2 pupils will be selected to represent the team in a martial arts show. Yeah, equals to N factorial over R factorial times N minus R factorial. Okay, so you have you have 8 pupils. 2 will be selected, only 2. So 2 is the R, okay? So you just substitute 8. This is 8C2 because you have 8 possibility, you have like 8 students, but only 2 will be selected. So 8 prime over 2 prime times 8 minus 2, not prime, factorial, okay? Sorry, factorial. So you get 28 possibilities, okay? 28 ways lah. This is for combination, which is C. Can you understand? If it's permutation, then you use this one. Okay, permutation, you will use this fourth formula. But combination, you have to use this. So you see, in front here, you must have the R factorial. Okay, example 15. 3 committee members who are to be selected from 10 candidates in the club. So 10 candidates, but only 3 spaces. So 10C3. Okay, find the number of ways to select these committee members. 10C3. Okay, 10 factorial, over you use the formula, then you get 120 ways. So in exam, if this kind of question comes out, you have to sendiri know yourself whether it's combination or permutation. All right. Find the number of triangles that can be formed from the vertices of a hexagon. Okay, so hexagon, you have 6 vertex. Triangle, you only need 3 vertex. So 6C3, and then you use the formula, you get 20 ways. All right, this is also combination. Now, this subtopic is where SPM, they most likely SPM will ask the question. Okay, they'll always give you this situation, and then you have to find. Okay, so group 1. A class monitor wants to divide your 10 friends into 3 groups of 2 people. Okay, 3 people and 5 people. Okay, so that means the first group 2 people, the second group 3 people, the third group is 5 people, and then you total have your 10 friends. So find the numbers of ways of grouping. Okay, so group 1, you have out of the 10 people, you go step by step. Out of the 10 people, you only have 2. Okay, 2 spaces for group 1. So 10C2. Okay, so I write here 10C2 is the first group. Okay, stop. Times the second group. After you take out 2 people, you only have 8 people left. Okay, 8 people left. So in the second group, you have 3 people. So 8C3. Okay, and then third group, after you take out 3 people from these 8 students, you only have 5. Okay, 5 left, and then the third group also 5. Normally, the third one will be the same. 5C5. So in the end, this is the number of ways. Can you understand for this one? SPM normally they will give like this, okay? 10 pupils, the first group is 2, okay? So out of 10, take out 2 times 8 pupil, take out 3 times 5 pupil, take out all the 5 in the third group. Actually, this is not SPM yet. SPM is this one. This one down here. This one. These two is the SPM, which is more than one possibility. Okay? More than one possibility. I better repeat first because later more than one possibility, nanti you all confused. Okay? I repeat again. Okay. You have 10 students. Okay? You imagine yourself is the monitor of one in class. You have 10 students. Okay? You want to move them into 3 groups. Okay? The first group is 2 people. The second group only 3 people. The third group is 5 people. Okay? So, out of these 10 people, you ask 2 people go into group 1. Okay, when you ask the 2 pupils to go into group 1, you have how many pupils left? 8 pupils. Okay, you have 8 pupils left. Okay, out of these 8, you ask another 3 go into group 2, you have 5 pupils left. So the 5 pupils remaining, you go into group 3 lah. So it's the same here. You just represent it using mathematical form. So 10C2, okay, out of 10 pupils, you only have 2 limited spaces for group 1 times, okay, your second group will be 8 pupils left. Out of the 8, you choose 3 again, okay, times your third group, okay, 5 pupil, and then you take out another 5. Can you understand? This question is easy because there's only one possibility. But SPM, they will ask one like the later examples where there will be more than one possibility. Okay, so now we look at the next example. A football team is made out of 17 local players and 3 foreign players. A coach wants to select 11 key players to compete in the match by including 2 foreign players. Find the number of ways to arrange these 11 players. Okay, so out of you have to the condition is the foreign punya first. So you have to do the foreign, okay? 3 foreign players but only 2 spaces. So 3C2. Okay? Once you take out these 2, okay, you only have 9 spaces left because your 11 players, 2 already foreign 2 already confirmed foreign. So only 9 left for local players. 9 spaces left for local players. So out of 17 players. Okay, so 17C9. Then you get your answer 72930. Can you understand this example? This example is also not yet the SPM way. The SPM way is example 18. Okay? Sorry? What do you mean must have 2? Where? Don't need to minus 2. Because, okay, you see, jangan confuse. Okay, I better write it here. You have to also use your use your mind to think out a bit. You can sketch out in your exam paper to help you understand better. Okay, so you have local 17, foreign 3. Okay, from this I want to form a team of 11 players consisting of 2 foreign, must have 2 foreign. So after these 2 foreign, the remaining is 9 local. So out of these 2 foreign, you have 3 possibilities but only 2 limited spaces. So 3C2. Okay, but the number of local players isn't affected. The number of local players isn't affected. So 17C9. Can you understand? Foreign player, you only choose 2 out of these 3 you choose 2, that's all out of these 3 you choose 2 only. Logic, right? Makes sense, right? If I draw it out like that. Anyone still confused? Are you still confused? Basically the C is just like how many players are there, how many are there left, and then how many spaces are there. How many you want to choose out of these 3 players? I want to choose 2. Out of these 17, I want to choose 9. Okay, good. Okay, now we look at SPM. SPM, they will give you more than one questions, more than one possibility. So you have to plus together. Okay, so look at example 18. Encik Samad wants to choose the 3 types of batik motif from 4 organic motif and 5 geometrical motif. Find the number of ways to choose at least one organic motif and one geometrical motif. Okay, this is where it's fun already lah. Okay, so this is SPM style question where there will be more than one possibility. Look at this. Analyze the situation first. Always remember, you can do whatever with your exam paper as long as you don't, you don't make the examiner hard to see your question. So you can sketch out, okay? So you want to choose 3. 1, 3. Out of, you have organic, you have 4. 4 organic, okay? 4 organic. And then you have 5 geometric. Okay, 5 geometric, you want 3. Okay. 4 organic, 5 geometric. Okay, so your condition is you want at least 1 organic and at least 1 geometric. And then you have 1 more is anything lah. 1 more is anything. Can you understand the situation first? Okay, you have 4 organic, you have 5 geometrics. I want to choose 3. Okay, my condition is 1 must be organic, 1 must be geometric, 1 more can be anything. There are 2 possibilities because 1 more here, it causes it to have 2 possibilities. Yeah, maybe this 1 more I want organic, maybe this 1 more I want geometric. So the first possibility, I go with organic first. Okay, so organic, ini organic, ini organic. Organic, you want to choose how many? You want 2 organic. Organic punya option berapa? How many like objects or options lah for you to choose from organic? How many options of organic? I want to choose 2 organic from how many? How many? Yeah, 4 lah. You have 4 possibilities. Out of these 4, I want to choose 2 organic. Okay, and then you have your geometric. I want to choose 1 geometric out of 5. Good. Okay, our team. Your first possibility or your first outcome. Second possibility, this one I want geometric. Okay, so organic you only choose 1. How many organic? 4. Geometric, I want to choose 2 out of how many? 5. Good. So this is second possibility. So your total berapa? This one plus this one. Okay, this one actually considered easy question because there's only 2 possibility. Normally SPM they can give you 3 one, you know. Okay, so there you go. That means there are 2 possibilities lah. If I go with the organic, if I go with the geometric. Okay, so this one plus this one, you get your total is 70 ways. Can you understand? This is one set together to form 1 possibility. You must times. This one also another set you must times. But different possibility add together, you plus together. Just like your tree diagram. You understand, right? Your tree diagram. Your tree diagram, when different possibility add together, you have to plus together. Okay, give me a while. Let me see if the online exam got another example. Hold on, give me a while. Maybe we just do another quick example before we move on to the next chapter. Okay, look at question B. 2 spouses. 2 spouses here means 2 people, okay? Sepasang suami isteri. 11 children can choose to ride in any 3 cars they want. Car A, car B, and car C car A can carry 5 people, car B 6, car C 2. Find out how many ways the couples can ride in a car together. So condition is couple mesti bersama. So I write down on the whiteboard again. This is your online exam SPM style question lah. Okay, you have 2 couples. Actually, okay, and 11 children. Condition, couple must be together. Okay, couple must be together. And then you have 3 cars. Car A, how many people are? 5, right? Car A, 5 people. Car A 5, car B 6, car C 2. Now, couple must be together. So, how do we solve this problem? You look at the whiteboard, okay? Couple must be together. So, tell me, how many numbers or possibilities are there? You have to identify first how many possibilities are there. Okay, couple must be together in the same car. Don't have to calculate the number of ways yet. Just tell me how many like possible outcomes are there. Is it 1? Is it 2? 24 outcomes. Oh my god. No. I think you already go and calculate like factorial or what. No. I just want like, you know, just now the batik, that one you have 1 and 2, right? You have 2 possibility, right? Because 1 is I choose organic, 1 is I choose geometric. So in here, 4. Why 4? Can I explain why 4? Others, what do you think? You can explain why 4? Maybe let's see your opinion. 2 spouses must be together, ma. They are single, ma. Together, ma. They must be in the same car. What is the possibility of them in the same car? Okay, so yes, the correct answer is 3. There are 3 possibilities. Okay, what do you mean by these 3 possibilities? The first possibility is couple in car A. Okay, the couple in car A. The second possibility, couple in car B. The third possibility, couple in car C. Okay, now we go step by step how to calculate. Okay, so couple in car A, settle the couple first. 2 people, car A, how many spaces? Okay, car A has 5 spaces, but 2 people only need 2 spaces lah. Okay, 2 people only need 2 spaces. So now after couple settle, pergi children. Okay, children you have 11 orang. Tapi car A only left how many spaces? Think in your head, yeah. You already have 2 couples inside here. So children, how many spaces left for children here? 3. Very good. 3. Okay. After already 3 children in car A, left how many children outside here? Left how many? 11 minus 3. 8. Good. 8. And then car B, how many spaces? Only 6. Okay. Left how many? 2. Remember, the last one is always the same one. Okay. So 2, and then you have 2 spaces. Can you understand the first possibility? Can you understand how to get 2C2, 11C3, 8C6, 2C2? Siapa blur? Siapa blur? When do we plus? Later, okay? This is just one possibility, so all times together. Okay, later we see the plus, okay? A bit blur, okay, repeat. Actually, I don't like to use 2 couples, you know, it's so confusing. Okay, husband and wife lah, okay? Husband plus wife. Okay? When I remember in the online exam, I see 2 couples, I mistake is 4, you know. What do you all think? You think 2 couples is like 2 people? Yeah, 4, right? Because I look 2 couples, I would think it's 4, you know. Unless you say lah, sepasang suami isteri. Okay. Husband and wife lah, okay? We use husband and wife, sorry ya. So, okay, couple lah. This couple must be together. So, husband and wife and then 11 children. Okay, so you have husband and wife and 11 children. Your condition is the husband and wife, the couple must be together in the same car. So you have 3 possibilities. Why? Your first possibility is the couple inside car A. Your second possibility is the couple inside car B. Your third possibility is couple inside car C. Can you understand first this one? Okay, now you start lah. Okay, always solve for the couple first. Always start from A first, which is easier. And then always do the couple first. So car A is 2. Okay, 2 inside this car A. Okay, so car A, our couple already take 2 spaces lah. Okay, kau team. Now we look at children. Children, you have 11 children, but you only have 3 spaces left for car A. Okay, because your couple took 2 away already. So your children only have 3 spaces left. Can you understand? Then children, you move on to B and C. Okay, after 11 children, 3 children already sit in car A. So how many left for B and C? 8 left lah. So out of these 8, only 6 can sit in car B. 8C6. After you take out the 6 children, another 2 left lah for car C. Perfect. Can you understand? Can you understand possibility 1? Last one always the same. Yeah, it's always perfect one. 2C2. The last one. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, look at second possibility, couple in car B. Okay, we start from car A first, okay? Couple in car B. So, for car A, ignore the husband and wife first. Look at 11 children. 11 children, but you only have 5 limited spaces. So, 11C5. Okay, car A settled. Okay, now, couple in car B. 2C2. How many children you have left? 11 children, 5 already sit in car A. How many left? 6. Good. 6C, car B, 2 already taken by husband and wife. So 4 spaces left. Good. Then the last one, car C, also 2C2. Kan? Perfect, right? 6 already. You take out 4. Only left 2 children left for car C. Perfect, right? So you see, correct lah. Okay? It's correct. 2C2. Can you understand possibility B? The second possibility in car B. Can look at car C possibility, the third possibility. Okay, the same thing, okay? Husband and wife ignore first, okay? Car A, 11 children, only 5 spaces. Times. Car B, how many children left? 6 children left, okay? Car B also perfect, 6 spaces, 6C6. So car C, 2C2 is remaining for the couple. Okay, husband and wife, two of them. Okay, perfect lah. Private for them, 1 car. Can you understand? Okay, this is third possibility. So you calculate the number of ways for car A, tekan calculator car A, tekan calculator car B, tekan calculator car C. Then the total number of ways plus. Can you understand? So this one is for the A. This one is the first possibility plus the second possibility plus the third possibility. This is the total number of ways. Times you use for the same possibility. You have to times. Okay? Then plus is when the first plus the second plus the third possibility. That is where you use plus. Can you understand? This is SPM style question lah. I forget trial. Did it come out in trial this kind of combination? Find out how many combinations. Find out like, okay, how many possibilities, fulfill the requirement. Yes, then add together lah. Okay, and then we move on to the next chapter. Okay, we move on to the next chapter, which is the probability distribution. Probability distribution is also relatively easy lah. If you understand the concept, then it should be okay for you. Okay, but it's a bit hard to teach online also because you have the Z-score and everything. Okay, and then I also need to teach you how to use the calculator. Okay. So now you look at chapter 5, probability distribution. So we really spend almost 1 hour in chapter 4. Okay, so chapter 5 is probability distribution. Basically, is calculating probability. Okay, so random variable. You are introduced to the term of random variable. What does it mean? Basically, is a variable with numeric value that can be determined from a random phenomena. That means how many wins or how many points, any number outcome is called random variable. Okay, so state the random variable for each of the following situation. A dice is thrown once. Okay, so dice you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? You have 6 surfaces, and then you have a different surface have different points. So your random variable is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, you must write in a set notation. Okay, so a man is waiting for a bus at a bus stop. Okay, random variable is the length of time spent at a bus stop. Normally, exam they won't come out so hard lah. Okay, they'll come out with the dice only. Okay, discrete random variable and continuous random variable. So you're already introduced to discrete and continuous. Discrete, that means it's single like that. It's 1, 1, 1, 1 like that. Discrete lah. Right? Continuous, that means it's continuing like that. Okay, what do you mean? Okay, what do I mean? Look at this example. Write down all the possible outcomes in set notation for each of the following events. Okay, so we use X. We always use X. Okay, determine whether it's discrete or continuous. A fair dice is thrown 3 times. Okay, fair dice is thrown 3 times. Given X is a random variable which represents the number of times to get the number 4. Okay, so a fair dice is thrown 3 times. The first time, you either fulfill or you don't fulfill. Okay, Second time, you maybe can get number 4. Maybe you can get number 4. Maybe you cannot get number 4 for the second time. Third time, you can get number 4. You cannot get number 4. So, if for all of these, okay, for all of these, you cannot get number 4, 0 lah. Okay, 0 out of 3 throws, you didn't get 4 at all. So it's 0. Okay, if you get 1 time, it's 1. If you get 2 times, it's 2. If you get 3 times, it's 3. If you get 3 fourths, that means you're very lucky. Okay, so can you understand what I'm trying to explain here? Can you understand what is this example talking about? This is an outcome. Okay, so out of this, there can be 0 possibilities of getting the 4. Maybe 1 time you get the 4, maybe 2 times you get the 4, or very lucky, maybe 3 times you get the 4. Can you understand? So this is called a discrete random variable because it's either 0 time, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Okay? Look at B. X is a random variable which represents the time taken for people to wait for this bus at a bus stop. Range of time is between 5 to 55. So it's a range lah. Okay, can be 5, can be decimal also, can be fraction, anything. So we write it like this. Okay, so this is continuous from 5 to 55. It is not only like 5, 10, no. Okay, it's not discrete like that. It can be continuous, maybe 5.1, 5.2, anything. So this is continuous. Okay, probability distribution for discrete random variable. Okay, so 2 fair dice are tossed together 3 times. Okay, let X be discrete random variable for getting 7 from the sum of the numbers on the 2 dice. So your condition is getting number 7 from the sum. Okay, so it's the same thing. Basically, like when you toss 2 dice together, maybe there's a possibility you can get 7, maybe the total sum you don't get 7. Okay, if you get 7, you didn't get 7 at all for 3 times, then you get 0 lah. If for the 1 time you get 7 is 1, 2 times you get 7 is 2, and very lucky if 3 times then 3 lah. Can you understand? Am I too confused? Am I confusing you? Okay, so this is the set notation. That means you have 4 different random variable. Okay, you have 4 random variable. So they ask you to draw a tree diagram. Okay, so R and T. What does R and T means? R is let R be the results of getting 7, and T is like R prime lah, not getting 7. So out of the 6, there's only 1 possibility of getting R. Okay, in your first toss, and then second toss, and then third toss. So times, and then okay. So your X equals to R is 3. You have 3 times your X is equals to R. You have 3 times you get the sum is 7. Okay. In this second branch, you have 2 times. This branch also 2 times. This branch 1 time, 2 time, 1 time, 1 time, 0 time. Okay, we go slowly. Okay, I know it's already getting a very heavy and confusing, but we go slowly. Okay, now you want to calculate the probability of getting X is 0. That means 0 times what is the possibility? So you look at the 0. Okay, 0. So that means this 5 times 6, 5 over 6 times 5 over 6 times 5 over 6. Like your mod maths, right? Like your mod maths punya tree diagram. You get 5 over 6 times 5 over 6 times 5 over 6. So you get the possibility of this one, of getting X equals to 0. Okay. When your dice you throw 1 times, okay, how many outcomes are there? There are 1, 2, 3. The first outcome is 1 over 6 times 5 over 6 times 5 over 6. You ikut the branch saja. Okay. The second outcome is this one. 1 over 5 over 6, 1 over 6, 5 over 6. Your third outcome, 5 over 6, 5 over 6, 1 over 6. Okay. So, your first outcome all times together plus the second outcome plus the third outcome. Same like just now, you remember the car or all those combination is the same thing lah. This is the first possibility, so you times together plus the second possibility plus the third possibility. So you get this one. Okay. This one, don't worry, in exam later on you'll look. In exam, we don't actually have to draw tree diagram. We will use the formula. This is just to introduce you only using your mod maths. Okay. Because If this is only 3 toes, still okay. If let's say got 10 toes, then takkan you pergi draw the tree diagram until 10 times, then mati like that. Your paper also cannot fit. That's why we will use the formula later on. This is just like slowly introduce you into the chapter only, okay? Don't worry if you don't quite get it. Okay, so probability is 2, same thing, okay? You have 3 outcomes, so you plus together. Probability is 3, then you times together. So total probability of this discrete random variable is always 1, yeah? Okay? Because 0 is failure, 1 is success. Okay? I don't have to really explain until you understand for this part yet lah. The later on that part only is where the exam can come out. Okay, so in a factory, a supervisor wants to check the quality of a certain product at random. There are 3 type J and then 5 type K. Okay. We'll randomly pick one product and the product type will be recorded. This product will then be returned to the box. Remember, this is very important. Will then be returned to the box. Okay, that means it won't affect it's like it is mutually exclusive lah. Okay, it is independent events because you will return back the thing. Okay, it won't affect the probability. So let X represent the number of times type K is inspected. Okay, so you record berapa time. The supervisor will pick one product. This product will then return one process repeated. Okay, process is repeated 3 times. Actually, if they say the process is repeated 3 times, that means it's actually 4 times. But yeah, the translation always very bad one lah. Okay, in this case, it's 3 times only. Okay, the process is 3 times only. Okay, so let X represent the number of time type K is product. So if how many total are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of this 8, you have 3/8 chances of getting J, 5/8 chances of getting K. Okay, so you just draw the tree diagram. Okay, in the end, you have all these outcome. Okay, I think this is easier than the previous example. The previous example more complicated. Okay, so you focus on this example. Getting type K is like this lah. Okay, okay, then you list the distribution. Okay, so for P equals to 0, when you get all J, you don't get a single K for the 3 times of inspection. So your probability is 3/8 times 3/8 times 3/8. Okay, which is this one. Remember, always 4 significant figure or 3 decimal places minimum lah. 4 decimal places, I mean. Okay, 4 decimal places or 4 significant figures. Okay, don't round off. Don't round off or like this one, suddenly round off 0.3. Then GG lah. Okay, don't round off. Okay. Now, when you get K one time, it can be this possibility, it can be this possibility, it can be this possibility. You have 3 possibility. So, you just times that together to get the first possibility, the second possibility, and then plus the third possibility, you get this one. Okay. Now, when you get K 2 times, you have this possibility, you have this possibility, you have this possibility. So, you times together, you get this one. Okay. Third, you only have 1 possibility, all 3 times is K. So 5/8 times 5/8 times 5/8 is this one. And then all plus together, you get 1. Okay, can you understand? Then from here, you have to represent it in a graph. So this is the shape lah. When my X equals to R is 0, when I get 0 times of K, okay, K I don't get it at all. My possibility is 0.0527, which is somewhere here lah. Okay, when I get K 1 time, the possibility is 1. When I get K 2 times, the possibility is this one. When I get K 3 times, the possibility is here. So from this graph, okay, from this graph lah, discrete random variable, tell me which outcome has the highest probability. How many the highest probability to take out how many K from this event? From this graph, you analyze what is the highest probability to get how many K? 2. Yeah, 2 lah. 2K has the highest probability to get 2K. And 0K has the highest probability, has the lowest probability lah. Okay? It's very low probability for you to get ODJ all the time. Okay? Okay, now this one might be easier a bit, okay? 70% of Form 5 Dahlia pupils achieve a grade A in the final year examination for the same subject. 2 pupils were chosen at random from that class, okay? If X represents the number of people who did not get a grade A, okay, construct a table to show all the possible values of X with their corresponding probability, and then you have to draw the graph. Okay, so 70% achieve a grade A. Okay, 70% achieve a grade A. That means 0.7 is, in decimal form, is 0.7 achieve grade A lah, 0.3 did not achieve grade A. Okay, so two pupils are chosen at random, so you have three possibility. Okay, the first possibility 0 is when both the pupil chosen didn't score grade A. Okay, the second possibility is either one of the pupils score grade A. Your third possibility is all two pupils score grade A. Okay, so how do you calculate possibility? In this case, you want to draw three diagrams, can, you do one also can. Okay, so if let's say both of them fail, so, or who did not get a grade A, so that means, ayo, why they make until so confusing? That means 0, if your X is 0, that means both of them achieve grade A. Okay, both of them got grade A, so 0.7 times 0.7 lah. Okay, 0.7 times 0.7, then you get 0.49. So there is a higher probability of both the students getting grade A. Okay, if one of the students get grade A, so 0.3 times 0.7 plus 0.7 times 0.3, so two possible outcomes, 0.42. And if both students did not get grade A, 0.3 times 0.3, you get 0.09. Okay, don't worry, later on I will teach you the formula. Okay, now only you enter the real deal, which is binomial distribution. So binomial distribution means there's only two possible outcomes, which is failure and success. So failure is 0, success is 1. Then the event, we call it a Bernoulli trial. What does it mean, a Bernoulli trial? That means there are only two possible outcomes, success and failure. Chances of success are always the same in every trial. Probability of success is given by P. Probability of failure is given by 1 minus P. Discrete random variable X equals to 0, 1, where 0 represents failure and 1 represents success. Okay, so this is called a binomial distribution. Okay, so you look at example 6 first. You have tic-tac-toe game. Okay, tic-tac-toe, you have three kinds of outcome. You have win, you have draw, you have lose. So is this a binomial distribution? No, this is not binomial distribution, because binomial distribution, you can only have success and failure. But this one, you have three outcomes. So this is not a binomial distribution. Okay, can you understand? Okay, example 7. A shelf contains 6 identical copies of chemistry reference book, 4 of physics, 3 of the physics are taken randomly on the shelf, one after another without replacement. Okay, state whether this probability distribution is a binomial distribution or not. So the answer is no, because you don't replace it. When you don't replace it, the probability of success is change. Okay, the chances of success will always change. But for binomial Bernoulli trial, it will always be the same in every trial. So that means it's not a Bernoulli trial. Okay, now only I introduce you to the formula. So the formula of this probability, to calculate the probability, okay, Px equals to R. Look at the whiteboard. Px equals to R. Okay, the formula is NCR PR to power then Q to the power of N minus R. Oh, very complicated lah. A lot of variables. But when you do a lot of practice, actually all this is kacang already. You don't even have to memorize like P, R, Q, N minus R. Straight away in your mind already, you already know where to write the numbers. Okay, so okay, a triangular pyramid with 4 flat surfaces of equal sizes are labeled with number from 1 to 4. Now, inflates the triangular pyramids 3 times. Okay, you toss it 3 times. Okay, what is the probability of pyramid sitting on number 4 after each flip? Okay, so your probability of success. Okay, probability of success, your P is 1/4, which is 0.25. Can you understand this first? Okay, I want you all to take a closer look and focus for this example, because this is the one that can ask in SPM. Can you understand how to get 0.25 first? Okay, you have 4 surfaces of pyramid. Okay, 4 surfaces of pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you understand? So what is the possibility of it getting landing on the fourth side is 1 over 4, which is 0.25. You have 0.25 of possibility to land on the fourth, land on the 4. Okay, this is your probability of success. So your probability of failure is Q equals to 1 minus 0.25. So 0.75 percent, 0.75 probability of failure. Can you understand? Please respond to me, please, please. If you don't respond, I assume you all know. Please. If in front you confused, it's okay. This one is where you must focus, this kind of question. Can Okay, so now you already have your P, probability of success, probably your failure is 0.75, and then how many times? N is 3 times. Okay, N is 3 times. Now, you want to calculate the possibility of getting, your R will be, depends on the situation. Okay, so when your X equals to R is 0, okay, that means all the time you get, you didn't land on the surface 4, that means which is 0. So NCR, okay, so how do you calculate? N is 3C0, type in calculator only, 3C0, 0.25 to the power of 0. Because you didn't win, you didn't achieve success, right? You all failed. You failed 3 times, so 0.75 to the power of 3. Then you tekan calculator, this is your probability. Can you understand? Okay? Can you understand? If one time you can land on 4 one time, so 3C1, okay? Success how many times? Success 1 time to the power of 1. Failure how many times? Failure 2 times, so to the power of 2. You understand? This is a very simple formula only. If you can land on 4 2 times, so 3C2, 0.25 to the power of 2, 0.75 to the power of 1. Because you achieve success 2 times, you fail 1 time. Okay? Then if let's say all the 3 times you also manage to land on 4, you very lucky, you can achieve success 3 times. So 3C3, 0.25 to the power of 3, 0.75 to the power of 0. Okay? Siapa blur? One more time. Okay, one more time. Okay, I will start from the beginning. You are given a situation. A pyramid has 4 sides. Okay, you label 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you want to calculate the possibility of when you toss it, it will land on the 4, the surface which is labeled with 4. Okay, so your chances is 0.25. How to get 0.25? 1 over 4. Because out of the 4 sides, one side will be labeled 4, so you will land on that side. So the success is 1 over 4. To calculate the probability of failure is 1 minus 0.25 is 0.75 chances of getting a fail. Okay, and then you toss 3 times. So now you already have your information, you already have your N, you already have your P, you already have your Q. Then R is depends on the situation. Okay, if your R is 0, which means you don't land on the surface of 4 at all, then you substitute in the formula only your 3C0, and then your success is 0 to the power of 0, your failure is to the power of 3. Then how much is you tekan calculator, you find how much is your probability of getting this 0. Okay, actually you already done a lot of practice, but slowly you recall back your memory, you need recall back. Okay, if you get 1 time you land on 4, you substitute in the formula only, your success is 1 time, your failure is 2 times. Okay, if 2, your success 2 times, failure 1 time. If 3, success 3 times, failure 0 times. Okay, yeah, or bold of me to assume that you even understood this chapter in the first place, is it? Okay, hopefully through this you understand. Okay, hopefully you can understand. This is the chapter Not to say easy or you should target also, but if you can understand, is considered okay lah, where you can score lah. Okay, but if you really weak in maths, then you should target other easy chapters like your index number, all those first. Okay, your kinematics, all those, instead of this one. This one takes time to understand it lah. Okay, so we move on. So yeah, in the end, you see, this one plus this all together, you'll become 1. Okay, all together it's always 1. Okay, probability that it rains on a certain day is 0.45. By using a formula, find the probability that it rains in a particular week. It rains exactly 4 days. So your n is 7 because you have 7 days. Your r is 4 days. Okay, your r is exactly 4 days. Okay, when your r is 4 days, okay, your success is 0.45, so your failure is 0.55. Then substitute into formula, 0.45 to the power of 4, 0.55 to the power of 3. Okay, you get 0.2388. Can you understand this? A. Faster reply, faster, because we haven't enter the normal distribution, that one lagi complex, your Z score. That one lagi scary, later you all tak faham. Can understand, Okay. Look at B. At least 2 days. At least 2 days, that means it rained on the second day, on the third day, on the not on the second day, sorry. It rains at least 2 days. That means 2 days rain, 3 days rain, 4 days rain, 5 days rain, 6 days rain, 7 days rain. Also probability. So you actually have 2 ways to solve this. The long way is you use 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. The short way is 1 minus the 0 and 1. Okay, so of course, if you are a smart student, you will use the short way. Okay, so 1 minus the probability of getting 0 days of rain, and also probability of getting 1 day of rain. So 1 minus this, you get this one. Okay, okay, hopefully you understand. Okay, what is this? Constructing table, interpreting. Okay, so Emma did, from the question, always dissect your N, always dissect your R, dissect your P, dissect your Q, analyze and take it out. Okay, Emma did a survey on the percentage of pupils in a school who use school buses to come to school. It is found that 45% of pupils from school use school buses. Now remember, sometimes they can give you percent. You must always convert to decimal. So 45 divide 100 is 0.45. So 0.45 is using school buses. This is your P lah. Okay, this is your P. Okay, a sample of 4 pupils. 4 is your N. Okay, a sample of 4 pupils is randomly selected from the school. Okay, so if they give you P, you also know your Q lah. 1 minus 0.45 is 0.55. Okay, construct a binomial distribution table. Okay, so out of these 4 pupils, if 0 come by bus, what is possibility? Probability. If 1 pupil come by bus, what is probability? If 2 pupil come by bus, what is probability? 3 pupil, what is probability? 4 pupil, what is probability? Use your formula to calculate yourself. Okay, use this formula to calculate the probability, and then all of this total will become 1. Okay, then you draw the graph. Okay, when 0 students, the probability is like this: 1 student like this, 2 student like this, 3 student like this, 4 student like this. So from the graph, you know lah, the student out of these 4 pupil, probability of 2 pupil taking school buses is the highest lah, and the lowest is the probability of all the 4 students taking the school buses. Can you understand? Okay. Okay, then you look at C. C is more to analyzing. Find the probability that more than 3 pupils come to school by 3 school buses. That means 4 pupils lah. So 0.0410. Okay, less than 2 pupils. So that means 0 and 1. So this one 0 plus the 1. Okay, so you get 0.3910. Can you understand? Who still cannot understand the formula? If you can understand the formula, then you already can answer this type of question. Who cannot understand this formula? The N is what, the P is what, the Q is what, the R is what? Can Okay, then we move on. Okay, so diagram on the right shows a binomial distribution graph. State all the possible outcomes of X. Possible outcomes, so you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 lah. Okay, find the value of N. Now, they didn't give you the possibility, but they want you to find the N. Okay, so remember, always the total is 1. That's why you see 1 over 16n plus 5 over 16n plus another n plus half n. Then you get all this is equals to 1. So n you find out is 1 over 4 lah. Can you understand? A very simple question only. Okay, now, if you understand the formula and all those introduction, we also can calculate the mean and also the variance and the standard deviation. Okay, but don't worry, this is not as mod maths that complicated. The standard deviation, what you have to sigma everything, no. Mean in maths, we use mu as the symbol, so the mean is basically just the formula NP. Okay, the number of the trials times the probability of success NP. Okay, variance is NPQ. Standard deviation is square root the NPQ. That's all only. Okay, so look at this example. Study shows that 95% of Malaysians aged 20 and above have a driving license. 160 is your N. 160 is your N because 160 people 95, 0.95 is your success, 0.05 is your failure. Okay, so you already have your P, you already have your Q, you have already your N. So find the variance and standard deviation. Okay, did they ask you to find the, okay, estimate the number of Malaysian. If they ask you to estimate, that means this one is the mean lah. Okay, estimate the number. This is the mean. So mean very easy only. N times your P. You get 152 Malaysians have driving license. Okay, among the 160. Okay, variance what? MPQ lah. 160 times 0.95 times 0.05, 7.60. Standard deviation, square root everything, you get 2.76. Can you understand all these three? Can you understand these three? Very easy only. Variance, standard deviation, mean, can you understand? Yes, okay, very good. Okay, so solving problem, I think all this you can read yourself. Okay, now this is already one concept, one type of distribution which is binomial distribution. Now we look at a little bit harder one, which is normal distribution, because this is continuous. Okay, normal distribution. So what does it mean? A normal distribution is a probability function of a continuous random variable. The distribution is symmetrical with most of the data clustered around the center close to the mean. The probability for data further from mean taper off equally in both directions. So for binomial just now, your graph, look at the whiteboard, your graph is like this, one straight line, one straight line, one straight line. This is discrete. But now normal distribution is continuous. It will like a curve like that, a bell curve. And remember, the side will always approach the x-axis but never touch the x-axis. It will be a bell curve lah. Okay, a curve is a bell shape and symmetrical above a vertical line that passes through the mean. Okay, a curve has a maximum value. Okay, the mean divides the region under the graph into two equal parts. Both ends of the curve extend indefinitely without touching the x-axis. Total area under the graph equal to the total probability of all outcomes. There is 1 unit square. Okay, so basically this is the mean lah. Okay, so if your mean is smaller, of course your graph is more to the left side lah, because it's smaller ma. If your standard deviation is smaller, so that means it will be lower lah. Okay, because all of them is the deviation is lesser. Okay, this one is not too much. Yeah, okay, so to find the possibility for continuous, this is continuous variation already. Okay, so between the values of A and B, okay, your continuous variation, how do you calculate is like this. The area under the graph for all this, the shaded region here, is the possibility or probability for A to B. Okay, now in a normal distribution, this one less than or equal to is also the same thing as less than or equal to. Okay, less than is also the same as less than or equal to. Can you understand? In linear programming, only these two is different thing. But in this case, normal distribution, you can use this symbol, you can use this symbol. It's the same thing. Oh, now you look at some examples. Diagram on the right shows a normal distribution. Okay, which is symmetrical at x equals to 35. Symmetrical at 35 over here. The mean value is, what is the mean value? Mu. So it's the middle lah, the 35 lah. Okay, that is the mean. Express the shaded region in probability notation. So that means probability is between the 28 and 42. Okay, this is the x between 28 and 42. Probability of the shaded region is 0.64. Find P. Probability x is less than 28. Okay, so probability less than 28. Okay, you know the shaded region is 0.64. The total is 1. So 1 minus 0.64 is this blank area here and the blank area here. So you have to divide 2 again, because you want to find the probability of x less than 28. So you divide 2, you get 0.18. Can you understand this example? Please, this is a very basic example. You have to understand this. If you don't understand this later Z-score, you will struggle a lot. Can you understand this example first? The one I just read out just now. Okay, so you understand like what is the diagram telling you, right? The graph. Okay. Look at example 15, a continuous random variable. Oh, actually I forget. I think okay, I gone past here. I overlook this. So normal distribution, you have your n here. The first one is your mu, your second one is your variance. Okay. So you look at this. Now they give you this is your mu, this is your variance. So they find the mean and standard deviation. So mean very easy take out from 2.3. But standard deviation is not 0.16 here. This is the variance. You have to square root the 0.16 to get your 0.4, which is your standard deviation. Okay, law of large numbers, no need. That one not important. If your normal distribution is okay, then we look at standard normal distribution. Okay, just now normal distribution is x. Now, to convert it to standard normal distribution, which is the z. Okay, which is the z. So from your x, how do you convert to z? The formula is x minus mu over your standard deviation. Okay, why do we have to convert it to standard? When we convert it to standard, it will be aligned with the y-axis. Okay, and then when it's aligned with the y-axis, where is it? Okay, now when it's aligned with the y-axis, that means the middle over here is the mean, is the mode, and is the median. Can you understand? Mode because you see it's the highest probability, mean because it's the average also, and median because it's in the middle. This is for standard normal distribution. Okay, so normal distribution is x. Then when you want to standardize it, you convert it to z. It's called standard normal distribution. Okay, so look at this. Okay, a continuous random variable x is normally distributed with mean 30, standard deviation 8. Find the z-score if x is 42. So normal distribution, the x is 42. How to standardize it to the z? Minus the mean, divide the standard deviation. So you get 1.5 is your z-score. B. Heights of building in Kampong Pekan normally distributed with a mean of 23, variance of 25. So you have to square root to get your standard deviation 5 lah. Okay. Find the height of building if the standard score is 0.213. Okay. Now you already get your standard, your z-score is 0.213. You have to find the normal distribution, the normal score. Okay. So your standard score is 0.213. Okay. You just times 5 plus 23, you get 24.065 meter. Okay. Okay. So you see, standardized, okay, over here. So the length of a type of screw produced by a factory can be considered as normally distributed with a mean. They give you the mean. They give you standard deviation. Represent the probability that a screw randomly chosen from factory length between 8.4 and 13.2. Okay. So 8.4 and 13.2 is for x. Okay. This is the normal distribution. But when you want to standardize it, okay, the minimum over here, you have to minus the mean over the standard deviation, so you get your z-score, this one. The same thing for the maximum, minus the mean, divide the standard deviation, you get your z-score like that. Okay, so this is the x, the normal distribution. This is the standard normal distribution, your z-score. Okay, minus mean over standard deviation. Okay, now this is where the hard part comes out already lah. Okay, so I hope all of you have your z-score table with you. Okay, all of you have your z-score table with you. Okay, so now you already learned. Okay, let me wrap off. You already learned the z-score. You also need to learn how to calculate the possibility. It will go in two ways. Okay, your z-score. Okay, from the z-score, you calculate the probability and also the back again. Okay, so now we look at from the z-score, how do you calculate probability? Okay, let's go take out your z-score table. Let me share the z-score table. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so this is your z-score table. Okay, given that z is a continuous random variable with a standard normal distribution, find the probability of Z. I will teach you two methods, okay? When you want to find the probability from the Z-score, there are two methods. One is using the Z-score table, okay? The second method is using calculator, okay? So, standard normal distribution, find PZ is more than 0.235. So, how do you find the probability using a Z-score table? Your Z-score more than 0.235. So, what you do is, you look at here, okay? You look at this Z-score table. 0.235 is your Z-score. So, from the Z here, you go down the column, you look at this, 0.2, okay? 0.2 and then 35. Okay, your 3 is here. 0.23 is this one, the 0.4090. And then your 235 is over here, your 5. Okay, your 5 is this one, 19. Okay, so look closely, 0.23, 0.4090 minus 0.0019 over here. Can you see? 0.04090 minus your 0.0019, okay? Your probability is 0.4071. Siapa confused? This is how you find your probability of Z-score table. Based on the Z-score table. Your Z-score is 0.2 over here, 3, 5. So your probability is this one minus this one, 0.0019. Siapa tak boleh cari guna Z-score table? Okay, now let me teach you how to calculator. Okay, so calculator, you press mode 2 times. Okay, you will get this one, press 1. SD is like a standard, something like that lah, okay? Standard distribution, SD, so press 1, SD. After you have pressed 1, you look up here, there will be SD, okay? And then shift 3. Why shift 3? You look at the above 3 here, there's yellow here, distribution. They write DISTR, okay? Shift 3. Then you get like this. Okay, what is this? What is this PQR? This is your bell curve lah, okay? So, if I want to find, this is your graph for your standard normal distribution. Okay, let's say this is the shaded region, okay? Shaded region over here. If I want to find the probability over here, I will use the P. The shaded region here is Q. The shaded region, the blank region after the shaded region is R. So, in this case, you look at this example, this is more than 0.235. So, we will use the R. Can you understand? This is more than here. Look at the whiteboard, 0.235 over here. This is more than this. You want to find the R. Can you understand? So, we will use the R. R is 3, okay? Then you type 0.235, okay? Equals to 0. Do you get the same answer? Yes, 0.4071. This is how you use calculator. Okay, let me repeat. Let me repeat how to use calculator. Okay, mode 2 times, SD, press 1, shift 3, then you look at your question. This is more than 0.235. So you choose R, you press the 3 lah, then 0.235. Then equal 0.4071. This is the probability of the Z-score. Okay? Siapa blur? Siapa tak tahu guna calculator? I encourage you to use calculator because it's more precise. Okay, you won't make mistake. Okay, so now the same thing also, okay, negative 2.122 is also equals to more than this one. So, very easy, just tekan your calculator, okay, shift 3. This is more than 2.122, so you use the R, 2.122. Then you get your answer 0.0169 or 1692 lah, okay. C also the same thing. I'm sure already you know how to find lah. Okay, if more than this one, remember you can always sketch out the diagram. Okay, if negative, then you want to calculate this shaded region, you can use 1 minus more than this one lah. Okay, 1 minus more than this, or you can use the less than this. Okay, so in this case, how to use calculator? I think you can just use R. let me see, negative 1.239. Is it 0.89233? Yeah, you can just use R is more than that lah. Okay. Then for donkey, Z is less than 2453, 2.453. So you use the P. You use the P 2.453. P 2.453. You get an answer is 0.9929 based on calculator 0.9929. So it's similar lah. Okay, it's similar answer 0.9935. Okay, if you want to find between these, then you have to use your Q already. Okay, sorry, you have to use your Q. Okay, so Q how? P shift 3 your Q 1.2 hold on 1. PQ0 plus shift 3Q 1.236. Let me see, is it correct? 0.39177. Okay, so when you want to find the Q between these two, okay, 0 and 1.236, you will use the Q0 plus the Q1.236. Okay, so this one plus this one, you get 0.39177. Okay, so the same thing for this one. You want to find the difference between these. So Q negative 0.461 plus Q 1.868. So you get 0.46467 or 6468. Okay, so when Q, you have to Q this one plus Q this one. Same thing for G and also H. Okay, so hopefully you all understand. Okay, now find the Z score. Now they give you probability, they want you to find Z score. But unfortunately for this method, you cannot use calculator. Do you all know how to use calculator based on probability to find the Z score? Because I think only you can use the table. You cannot use calculator to find the Z score. You all know how to use calculator to find Z score or not? From the probability. Don't know, right? Okay, tak apalah. Okay, so now is they give you probability, they want you to find the A, the Z score. So how do you find? You use your table. You use this table, okay, 0.3851, okay? 0.23851, you from this table, from many values, you narrow down and you find 0.3851. So it's somewhere over here. The one closest to 0.3851 is this one. This one, 0.3859 over here. Okay? And then you have to subtract berapa? Subtract 8. Okay? 0.0008. Okay? Subtract this one. So, you from this one, you know the probability is here, and you have to subtract the 8 over here. So, based on that, the row is 0.2, the column is 9, and then the column is 2. So 0.292. Based on the table, you get 0.292. So that is your Z score. Okay? So when you're using the Z score table, if they give you Z score, you find the row, you find the column, and then you subtract to get your probability over here. This is your probability. But if they give you probability, you find the probability, then you look at the column and the row. That is your Z score. Okay, so 0.292 lah is your A. Okay, so all this also you can find yourself. Okay, based on all this. Okay, 0.7851, everything lah. Okay, now look at this. If X normal distribution 45 is your mean, your variance is not given, and PX is more than 51, because they find the value of your standard deviation. Okay, so when PX is more than 51, you have to standardize it. Okay, standardize it. So this one standardized already. You get this one. Okay, Z is more than 6 over the standard deviation. Okay, so they give you the probability. From the probability, you find the Z score. Okay, so 0.2888 Where is 0.2888? 0.2888 is here. 2888 is 0.5557, is it? 5, 5, and then 7, which is minus 24. Okay, 0.2912 minus 0.0024. So you get 0.2888. So 0.755. Sorry, 0.557. Okay, 0.557 is your z-score, and then 6 divide this one, you get your variance is your standard deviation is 10.77. Okay, given a continuous random variable x is normally distributed mean and with a mean mu, you don't know the mean, and the variance of 12. So you have to find the value of the mu. Okay, they give you the possibility, you have to find the z-score. So this is belum standardized, you have to standardize it first. So 32 minus mu over cert 12. Okay, you get this one. This is your probability. Okay, this is your probability. And then from this probability, you find your z-score. So your z-score is 1.01. Okay, 1.01. And then you times the cert 12, you plus 32. So you get 35.5 is your mean. Okay. So solving problems involving normal distribution. Thickness of paper produced by a machine is normally distributed. Your mean is 1.05. Your standard deviation is 0.02. Determine the probability that a piece of paper be chosen randomly will have a thickness between this one. So your x is this one and then this one. Now, you see, when you want to find probability for normal distribution, you cannot find it based on x. This is not binomial. Binomial, just now you have the formula, the NCR, PR, and then the QN minus R, okay? But for standard distribution, for normal distribution, your X, you cannot find possibility based on this one. You can only find the probability based on your z-score table. So that means you must standardize it first. Convert the x to z. Okay, so 1.02 minus the mu over standard deviation. So you get like this. Okay, you get like this, and then you use your tekan your calculator, you get 0.9104 is your probability. Okay, more than 1.08 or less than 0.992. So you the same thing again, you standardize it, okay, and then you tekan you can refer to z-score table, or you can tekan calculator, and then you get your probability is this one. Okay, so hopefully you all know lah. You can read through and do more practice yourself. So that's all for this chapter. Can you all understand? Are you all confused, or is it a bit hard to understand? Hopefully all of you okay. I think all of you should be okay, because you all okay lah. You all normally at maths not too bad. It's the weak students yang memang mereka tak akan faham. So I hopefully they watch the recording, you all can understand lah. Okay, so any more questions? Okay, no more question, yeah. So remember to fill in the Google form. Okay. So that's all for our class today, and also that's the end of our program. Okay, our 3-week program with me. So hopefully throughout all these, how many subjects? I teach like 6 subjects, is it? Throughout all these 6 subjects, you find them useful. Okay. So very happy to have you all as my students. So see you next time. Okay. Feel free to ask me question anytime. Okay. Bye bye.